Oh, it's been a while, but man, I have been down coding probably 12 to 14 hours a day over the last 9 days. So I have a lot of opinions. I've used a ton of the new models that have come out, and I want to kind of just share through my initial opinions on this. So to get this started, I mostly been working with Vue 3, React, Python, TypeScript, even did a bunch of PHP and a lot of data engineering. So my feedback is going to be based on these types of tech stacks. So let's jump right into it. Gemini 3 Pro, I don't know if there's ever been a model more hyped than Gemini 3 Pro, to be honest. People were talking months ahead of time about all the crazy stuff this model could do. But I do want to just call it out. I think it's a good model. I mean, I don't think it does anything that has like blown away the world of AI coding in such a way that like it literally changes the game, but it is a good model, and I will show you that I have actually used this model a significant amount. In fact, right when Gemini 3 Pro came out, I switched over to pretty much just using that. Before that, I had been using Composer 1. Now, the pricing of this is interesting because at $12 on the output, or if you get to $18 greater than 200K, it's a reasonably priced model, but it does seem to be a little bit more token hungry, at least in my opinion, than some of the other models that I've used. The context cache pricing is great though. Like we get 20 cents on the reads, which is just awesome, and I think that helps save a lot of pricing there. Now, Opus 4.5, I literally was not expecting this. And when I heard it come out, I was like, oh man, that's so cool. I wish I had time to test it. You know what I assumed though? That the price was going to be the same. This price actually puts it into a range, not great, it's still expensive, but it puts it into a range where we could actually use it some. And in fact, I think it might be 100% worth it, especially with the prompt caching, the read side of this, because you can work for a relatively inexpensive amount. It's not super cheap, but just something to keep your mind on when I go over. Now, GPT 5.1, this was the first model that came out while I was heads down doing some work. And I couldn't really tell a difference with this model, unfortunately. And in fact, I still think there's something going on with the GPT-5 models. Either I have become spoiled based on the other things I'm using, or there's just literally something that's changed here that I can't put my finger on. I do want to like talk a little bit about just high level what each of these models do. So this is Composer 1. This is like one of my favorite models to like just get an answer quick. It is so freaking fast. And this is just a portfolio site that I built with it. Looks so much like all the Chinese models. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like this looks so much like the GLM4 models or the Quincoder models, but it's nice. Like it's a nice model. Now, this is Gemini 3 Pro. Like this actually has some design chops on it. And I know like this is just a static portfolio site, but there's like subtle movements over here on the right that might actually be hard for you to pick up. Like this is moving up and down. We've got a beautiful like type ahead that's actually happening here. It put some a picture apparently that it found online in here. And if I hover over it, it goes in. There's like the micro interactions are just phenomenal here. They've got even put some featured projects in here and the get in touch. Like everything in here, I feel like it's just very different than what I've been seeing lately, which is very much a lot of purple and light color. I really like this. One thing I did notice is like this hover here, I think is actually really nice. You can kind of see it did a great job. Now, let's take a look at GPT 5.1. This one blows my mind. Same prompt. And I'm not even really sure what to make of this, to be honest with you. Like, this is the most bizarre version that I've ever got with this prompt ever. It's kind of neat, but honestly, I can't really judge what's going on here because this is not a portfolio site that I would ever actually reveal. But it is unique and kind of like exemplifies what I see with GPT 5.1. It's just an odd model for me personally to work with. And this is not at all what I would expect when I ask it to create a personal portfolio site for me. So it's one of the things I like to do just to try to understand its design taste. Now, I have actually heard people say Opus 4.5 is not good at design. I beg to differ. I actually think it's phenomenal. Like, it's probably hard to see, but they've got a very cool, like, scroll animation here. This is just amazing. Like, I love the flavor that I put in here and the colors. Like, you can see here, there's planets, like, going up and down. This part here I think is really nice too. We've got, I don't actually think clicking the view project does anything, but if you hover over it, you see it kind of like it moves around. I think this is great. I'm definitely not a designer, but if I were actually launching a personal portfolio site and I built something like this back 5 years ago, you know how proud I would have been of something like this. This is great. I love the color style that it actually picked here. So this gives you an idea. So Composer 1, GPT 5.1, I don't even know what to make of this. I think Gemini 3 Pro and Opus 4.5 actually, I don't know, man. I think they've leveled up everything that I've seen so far from a design experience. I think they've beat like my GLM 4.6 and I've did a lot of front end design and I've done a lot with Gemini 3 Pro and I've done a lot with Opus. I think they're great. I do think Opus 4.5 is incredible too at deep diving into a code base and figuring out what the actual root cause of things are and building a plan for that. So let me just jump into a few other things. I wanted to show this. So prior to Gemini 3 Pro, I was almost solely on Composer. And like I can't show you all my history. A lot of this actually has been done in Cursor. I did use some other tools, but most of it, I know this sounds weird coming from me, but I've actually started to become a fan of Cursor. I love their plan mode. They come out with models so quick. A new model comes out, I have it within minutes. It feels like within minutes of announcement. Just they've turned around my opinion of them quite a lot, and they've gotten a lot more transparent on how pricing and usage actually works. Even though I despise this credit system, I'm going to be totally honest with you. I do not like this credit system at all. But at least I can hover over each of these and see like how the tokens actually were used, like write, read, cache, not, etc. But yeah, I switched purely over to Gemini 3 Pro. My general thoughts are it works good most of the time. Again, this isn't Cursor, but sometimes the model would just quit calling tools for me. And I could never get it to work again in a particular context that I was working in. So I just would have to kill the context and start over. A little disappointing because sometimes I would actually prime it a bit and like get the kind of like what I wanted to have happen. And then I'd have to take that to a new chat to actually execute on it. Didn't happen a lot, but it happened enough times for me to get annoyed with it. The other thing is you know, you guys probably see this too, but some models have a tendency to be like, when I tell it to do something, it leaves a comment saying that I told it to do it. And it's like, I don't want that comment there. That comment's useless. Like, I just wanted you to make the code change. I've been trying to figure out a way to get Gemini 3 Pro to not do that. But fast model, I really enjoy using this model. I mean, really, really, really enjoy using this model. Had no major issues other than the ones I've called out here. And it was fast. Like, it's not as fast as Composer 1. But I was able to build some incredible stuff and like get some great things done with 3 or 4 shots of like working back and forth and kind of guiding it. It did a great job. It also does a great job building plans in Cursor. Now, Claude 4.5 Opus, when this came out, I do want to just kind of iterate this a little bit more. Now you can see the number of credits that I'm using here. Like this one, 6.6 million, 72.4. I probably have used, from a time perspective, Gemini 3 Pro probably 3 times longer than Claude 4.5 Opus, just due to when it came out. But oh my gosh, Claude 4.5 Opus High Thinking is what I mainly used. And honestly, the only gripe that I have about it is sometimes it makes kind of bad assumptions. And it's not even the worst assumption. Some I would call them like mid assumptions. But you can kind of get around that with prompting. And this is like if you know the code base and you know what it's trying to do. But holy crap, is this model insane. It's faster than I thought, cheaper than I thought, still slow, but it is such a joy to work with. It is, I don't know. This almost feels like my favorite model right now. I haven't put enough time into it, but I'm on the $200 a month plan right now with Cursor. I know that's crazy, but like I would most likely use Claude 4.5 Opus the majority of the time on in Cursor currently, because like I said, I feel like it does a good job taking my design system. We have a design system and we're trying to build stuff out. It does a great job pulling that in, using it properly, all of that stuff. Big fan of this model. And GPT 5.1. I posted this on X that I could not tell much of a difference. To be fair, I did not give this model a ton of time, and I've only used it a little bit in Codex, but I want to show you what was happening here. So I went, this is the order of things. I went from Composer, and then Composer annoys me sometimes, so I was switching to Claude 4.5 Sonnet Thinking to actually do like the harder stuff. So this is pre all the new models that came out, right? So I was doing Composer for fast stuff, 4.5 Sonnet Thinking to try to do stuff that's a little bit trickier. GPT 5.1 came out. I tried it. And so I was doing a task, and I remember very particularly like, oh, this is frustrating. So I went back to Claude 4.5 to actually get it back on track. And then eventually, you can see here that there's a bunch of time in between here. But you can see here, I kind of had given up just in this little block of time, back to Claude 4.5 Sonnet Thinking, back to Composer. Because GPT 5.1 was slow, and the quality of what I was getting did not meet my expectations for what I was trying to actually develop here. And at this time, I was actually working on backend code. But like, look at this design. This is just so bizarre to me. Like, same prompt and how it kind of interpreted this. It just, in my opinion, doesn't have good design taste. It doesn't do a good job gathering context about the code base. It almost like misses details that it should have. And then I would put it on Claude 4.5 Sonnet Thinking to try to like recover some of that. So I gave it a fair shake, not as much as I would really want to, but I needed to get work done. And that to me is where like what actually matters. Like when you're on a tight deadline and you're actually working, I don't have time to fluff around with GPT 5.1 if it's not doing what I want. When I could get back to Composer, and I know this may sound weird because Composer 1 is not, I would not say is a better model than GPT 5.1, but it's so fast that I could guide it to go get the stuff that I need. So it became like became like an extension to me where I knew what I wanted to accomplish and I could guide Composer 1 a lot faster. When you lean on a slower model like GPT 5.1, you kind of need it to do some of the like determining of what needs to happen and figure that stuff out a little bit better. And then when I switched to Gemini 3 Pro, literally it was just nonstop Gemini 3 Pro up until the time Claude 4.5 Opus went. And I'm actually a little bit sad because we did not get much time between Gemini 3 Pro and Claude 4.5 Opus. And I think these two are my favorite models right now. Again, I've only been using them since they came out. And time will really tell, like if they end up working. You know, this is Pro Preview. We know what happened with 2.5 Pro Preview if they end up messing this up. But 4.5 Opus, this pricing, it's reasonable. It's still very expensive, but it's way more usable than the other Opus was. So my general sentiment on GPT 5.1 is something just feels off with this model, and I can't quite put my finger on it. It's way that it like gathers context, or is it just the way that it makes up like the oddest like decisions that it ends up doing that drives me nuts? I don't know, but I would love to get more feedback on what you guys are seeing with GPT 5.1, or in fact, maybe no one cares. The other thing I want to do is I'm in the midst of running evals on Gemini 3 Pro for the end of the month across all the agents. I also am going to do that with Claude 4.5 Opus. So these two models for sure are in. I'm probably going to limit it down to like 3 or 4 models because there's just time, and then the holidays and everything are going up. So GPT 5.1, for example, I may actually try to run that one as well, just to kind of get a benchmark on that, and then I may throw like Sonnet 4.5 in there, something along those lines. But if there are other models that you guys are interested in me trying to run for the December benchmark, and I am going to try to get back to those. This has just been a crazy time with my team getting acquired and like all the transition stuff that's happening, emergency projects, how all that stuff goes in the real world. And the other cool thing is I'm getting a really cool understanding from hundreds, hundreds of engineers on, what they like and don't like about AI. So I'm getting so much perspective about this that I wasn't able to get before. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Thank you for hanging in there with me as I kind of work through everything. Let me know in the comments below any feedback that you've got on these models in particular. How far off am I in the way I'm thinking about this? I wrote more code in probably the last 9 days than I did in the prior month. So it has been very much heads down, grinding code, very many repetitions on both of these. Unfortunately, though, a lot of it's mainly been in Cursor, Claude code quite a bit, and then I did use a little bit of root code, but I have not been around all the other agents yet. So I need to go spend the rest of today figuring out what's been updated there. All right, everyone. Till next time. Peace out.